All right, I'm on hole number 5 of the 2020 Winter Major. I'm in the opening round of the Rookie Division. Let's go to hole number 5. All right. There are a bunch of different ways that you can come at this hole. And there's options. If you have lower developed stuff, really just getting out into this area right here. You don't have to do anything special to get out into this area, and you got a long iron coming in. If you use your QB from here, you're going to be coming off in this direction right here. About 3 rings off of this transitional surface, max curl, no overpower. It'll bleed you off, and you'll be here. And guess what? On your arc, you're still in long iron range. The deal is from here, you've got 2 options. You can do a rough bump, or if you've got a Saturn, you can use the Saturn's backspin and you can start off on the fairway right there and go right at it. From over here, you have all kinds of options because you're wide open. So you don't have to necessarily do backspin. You got upper developed stuff. I'm actually trying to get right here with my short iron, doing a rough bump off of this and coming out into this area. That is not possible with this count. So I have 2 choices, out here or right here. Now here's the problem with lower developed clubs. If you end up in the rough out here, you're SOL. You cannot end up in the rough. You have to end up in the fairway. So on a shot like this right here, trying to get way up into that opening, this is a great extra mile, big topper, but guess what? They're super inaccurate. Anywhere you end up out there, if you're not in the fairway, you're in trouble if you have lower developed clubs. I'm going to bring my accurate bag, which is a QB Viper backbone. My backbone in this account, I think it's 1.4 per ring. Yep, 1.4 per ring. 1.35, somewhere in that neighborhood. Who's counting? I'm going to bring a Titan, the king of balls. Let's get as much distance as we can. You've got the kingmakers to blow, and I'm going to save those kingmakers for the weekend round. There's several of these holes I'm going to play kingmakers, but I'm going to save them for the weekend round and just use my Titan. Let's open up that pin chest. Trying to max out some of the, even though this account's got primarily T4 clubs, there's a few of the T5 clubs that are usable, but only the Guardian is really ever going to come out. The rest of them aren't. They're all like level 1 or 2. The Guardian's instantly playable. It doesn't have any ball guide, but it's instantly playable. You can play with it. I'm primarily playing with T4 and below clubs. And it does not take very long if you are playing on a regular basis. If you stay in T4 and below, it does not take very long. Probably within, if you played your account every day and you just stayed in T4 and below, and this was your primary account, within about 2 months, you're going to have your clubs at all your commons, your T3 commons and below, you're going to have them pretty much all up towards level 9. I've got all of my commons at level 9. Even though my rares are really low level, you get a lot of common cards, and I've got them all to level 9, and I'm really trying to get them to level. I'm trying to get them maxed out so I can, even though this is a low level account, I can start participating in the club card trading. They'll like that spot from there, but they would not have liked that spot if they'd ended up in the rough. I'm going to put on my massive 3 topspin. 3.5, 100% accurate, 3.5 rings. I'm going to put the forward distance back on. I just took out the side wind. I'm going to rub up against the nubs. I'm going to put as much overpower as I can without making the needle go any faster. Get a 1 ring grate to the left. And going right down the middle of the fairway. Why did it go down the middle of the fairway? Because it's a 100% accurate club. 1 ring grate to the left to the right is 1 mile per hour. So when you're think about you know, when you're using an extra mile, you hit a one ring grate to the left or the right, and it's a low level. That's 2.5 miles per hour to the left or the right. So when you go, well, how come I always end up in the rough on the left and the right when I hit just a one ring grate to the left or the right in an extra mile? Because the rings are really wide. I see a lot of people with lower developed clubs that don't use their quarterback because they're like, well, the quarterback's got crap for distance. Yeah, it does. But you don't always need distance. And what you do need is accuracy and ball guide. And a quarterback has accuracy and ball guide. Okay, I'm coming out with my Viper. And I'm right at the transition. Put on max backspin. Let's eke up towards that hole. And that looks about right. So 3-1 on hole number 5. I'm doing a 10% wind adjustment. So that's going to be 3-4. It's 1.7 per ring. So there's 3-4. 1.6 right in that neighborhood. About 2 rings. Getting it perfect. Come on. Yeah, I hit it great to the left. That was my bad. And it's great to the left. Excellent. It's not good that I hit it great to the left and a perfect would have went in the cup, but I'm on some of these holes, I was the wind adjustment stuff, I was hitting it great to the left and it was ending up to the right, or I'd hit it great to the right and it ended up to the left. So like some of these holes I'm doing like a 30% wind adjustment. And I've had several people go, why are you doing a 30? Everybody else is doing a 10 because a 10 wasn't working for me. I definitely want to play conservative with this account because you can't afford on these holes. You want to give yourself a shot at picking it up, but you want to make sure you give yourself a shot. You cannot end up in the rough on these holes. Is that hole number 5? That was hole number 5. I'm using an extra QB. Viper. I think in the qualifying rounds I used a big topper out there, but I really do not want to end up in the rough in this count. I want to play in the fairway today. I'm trying to make the weekend round, and I want to be nice and consistent. When you have lower developed clubs, consistency is better than ending up in the rough. All right, that was hole number 5 of the 2020 Winter Major in the opening round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.